Today we are looking at lessons 3 and 4, tourism and transport, and we're also reviewing for our final test, final exam, for our end of term exam. So to start our lesson, which is about tourism and transport, we have a few pictures of some of the most famous monuments around the world. So we need to identify the name of that monument, its place, as well as its height or length, okay? So here in the first picture you have the Eiffel Tower. So where is the Eiffel Tower? In which city is it located? Where do we find it? Write your answers in the comments, please. Yes, sure. Good, Ranim. It's found in Paris. And in which country? Yes, certainly it's France. France. Any ideas about its height? The height of the tower? How many meters? You don't know. Well, you can look it up. It's actually 300 meters. Okay, so then we have actually the city. We have Washington, D.C. That's where you find this. So that's where the American president resides, where he lives. So what do we call this place? Like in Tunisia, we have Qais Said living in, normally, he should be living in Carthage Palace, but in the United States, they have the, what color is it? What color is the building? It's white, yes. So this is why we call it the White House. This is the White House. It's in Washington, D.C. And that's in the United States of America, the USA. It was built in which year do you think it was built? It's actually a long time ago. Not very long compared to the castles in England or the UK in general, but it's quite a long period of time. So it was built in 1792. Okay, so more than 300 years ago. Then we have the place, that's China. And as you can see, we're talking about this. It's actually one of the 7 wonders of the world. Yes, it's the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China. And it is found in northeastern China. Any ideas about its length? How long is it? How many kilometers? It's almost 9,000 kilometers long. So it's 8,851 kilometers. It's too long. Then we have this. I'm sure you know this. You've seen it in the 8th grade. Yes, Ranim, it's the Big Ben. And it's found in which city? It sure is London. And London is, of course, part of England. It's a city in England, the capital of England. And England is part of the UK. Then the Big Ben was built in 1851. 8. So that's also something that was built a long time ago. Now, this thing, we have something similar here in Tunisia, in الجم. And this is originally from the Roman Empire, right? So this is called the Colosseum. Yes, and it's found in Rome, the city of Rome, and Rome is in Italy. It was built 82 AD, so that's, I mean, really, really, really old. Then, I don't know if you're familiar with this monument. It's actually the Opera House in Sydney. Where is Sydney? It's the capital of which country? So E-I-E-Y. Yes, Australia. Right. Australia. And it was built between 1959 and 1973. Then another famous monument that you are familiar with, number 7, you know this. So we talked about the Big Ben. This is also another famous bridge. We have 2 towers, as you can see. So this is why it's called Tower Bridge. Where do you think it's located? Yes, very good. Yes, it's in London as well, just like Big Ben. And of course, it's England another time, or the UK, like some of you are saying. And it was built in 1894. So around the period of building the Big Ben, a few years after that. Then this is also in the United States. So the country is the United States of America. The city or the state is Washington, D.C., just like the White House. And the monument is called Capitol. So this is like a very, very important and influential place where the army of the United States of America is concentrated. So it was built in 1793. So just a year after building the White House. Then, you know this. You have, it's very, very famous, and it's found in an Arab country. I'm sure you know it. Actually, I'm talking about this one, number 10, the one that you know. It's said to be the highest tower all over the world. It's Burj. Yes, Burj Khalifa. And it's in, yes, yeah, it's in Dubai. Make sure to capitalize the D in Dubai. It's the name of a country. We capitalize the first letter. And Dubai is in, yes, UAE, United Arab Emirates, UAE. Any ideas about its height? How many meters? Yes, 828 meters, right, Leah? And number 9, now going back to number 9, we have 2 towers. Yes, very good, Muhammad Leah. They're the Petronas Towers. And we find them in Kuala Lumpur. and that's in Malaysia. The height is yes, Muhammad, 452 meters. Well done. All right, so I hope that you get the chance to visit all of these monuments, inshallah, and more. Now, let's see what this person says about traveling. Circle the right option. Traveling has provided, or providing me with remarkable opportunities. What do you think? Yes, after has, we need the past participle. So the past participle of the verb provide is provided. This is why we say has provided me with remarkable opportunities to learn different cultures, new languages, taste different food, have fun, have mail or have service, and meet many people from different walks of life. Yes, sure. Amna, yes, you have fun. And what do we mean by different walks of life? People from different walks of life. Are they people who are like me, similar to me, or have my exact job and taste and points of view? No, so they are different. I'm a teacher, probably I met doctors, mechanics, I don't know, nurses, engineers, etc. And they're different. They're not like me. They come from different parts of the world and they come from different backgrounds, whether professional or cultural, etc. So it's also enabled. This means it has also enabled me to know people which, who, or when have similar interests as me. Yes, we are talking about people. We cannot say which or when. Certainly, the correct relative pronoun is who. I might be worried when I when I first take off, fly, or land in a strange country. So at first I feel worried, anxious, uncertain. Yes, when I land, when I arrive in a strange country. However, the only way to have a successful, a succeed, or a success journey, an unforgettable travel experience is to overcome my fears. Yes, we have journey, which is a noun. Therefore, we need an adjective to describe it, and the only adjective in the list is successful. So to have a successful journey. Good, everyone. Now we have a conversation between an agent and a passenger called Dan. So let's have two participants, an agent and Dan. All right. Leah, hi.
Hi, teacher.
Hello. Hi there. So you are the agent, please, and Ranim, hi there.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, you are Dan, all right?
Okay.
Yes, Leah.
Good afternoon. Where are you flying today?
Los Angeles.
Could I have
good
your passport,
afternoon.
please?
What's the function of good afternoon?
Is
Greeting.
greeting.
Yes. Yes.
Could I have your passport, please?
Here you
What's
go.
this?
It's a polite request.
Yes, so could I, this is polite, yes. Oops.
Are you checking any bags?
Check it.
It's
Just this
asking for
one.
information.
Yes.
Okay, please place your bag on the scale.
I have a stopover on Chicago. Do I need to pick up my luggage there?
No, it will go straight through to Los Angeles. Here are your boarding passes. Your flight leaves from gate 15A, and it will begin boarding at 3:20. Your seat number is 26E.
It's very kind of you.
So what's this?
I was thinking.
Thanking. Yes. So instead of saying thank you, you could say it's very kind of you. I appreciate your help, etc. All right. Thank you both.
Wow, welcome, teacher.
All right. Now, I want you to consider the following 3 sentences and tell me what verbs do you see? What verbs should I underline? So we have, I have just arrived, Sam has been to London, and Lillian and Fred have worked here for 10 years. Yes. So in the first sentence we have I, and we have arrived, right? Yes, then has been, and the third one? Yes, have worked. So what tense is this? What's this tense? What is it called? What's its name? Yes, it's not the present participle. The present participle is part of it, but it's the present perfect. Yes, Umayma. The present perfect. It's an easy name to remember. Now, what's the general rule? Look at the examples and let's deduce the rule. To put a verb in the present perfect, what do we need to do? What's common between the 3 examples? Yes, we have or has. So what makes us know when to use have or has? So I use have with which subjects? Yes, with I, we, you, and they. So just like in the simple present, the verb have in the simple present, and has is used with it, she, and he. And with have and has, I need to also add, like here we have arrived, been, worked. Yes, the past participle. The past participle of the verb. Or the PP, we call it the PP. So have or has plus PP. Okay, so make sure to memorize your verbs in the past participle. The past participle is not the simple past. It's different. You know, in the simple past, we say for the verb to be, it's either was or were. Was or were. But in the past participle, it's been. It's been. Then for the verbs that end in ed, the regular verbs, they're the same, but for the irregular verbs, they change. Some of them are the same, remain the same, some of them change. So you always need to check the list that you have, and you always need to memorize your irregular verbs, okay? So you don't miss any points. Now, we know the rule of this tense, we know its name, so what's left is when do we use it? I bet you're wondering. We have 3 common uses of this tense. The first is when we would like to talk about an action that happened in the past but has an outcome. An outcome means a result in the present. For example, Tina has broken my glasses. So the action of breaking my glasses happened in the past. It happened yesterday. She broke my glasses yesterday, but my glasses are still broken, so I can still see the result. This is why I've used the present perfect. So Tina has broken my glasses. For example, Fred has bought a new car. So I still can see the new car. The action has just happened, so it's a very recent action, okay? Then number 2, to talk about a recently completed action. For example, Robert has just finished writing the report. So I didn't say he finished writing the report 2 minutes ago. If I mention the word ago, then I have to use the past simple, okay? But I don't have the word ago, I have the word just. And you always need to pay attention to the key terms that you have and the keywords, the signal words that you have. So if I say he has just finished this means the action has just happened recently. I mean, it happened maybe like a few seconds or minutes ago. So this is a very, very recent action. And the third use is to talk about life experiences. For example, I have been to Canada, or I have studied English for 7 years. I have traveled the world with my mother. Okay, so all of those are different life experiences. Now, another question that you might have is, what words tell me that I need to use this tense? Well, you have quite a list of words. You have the word just, yet, never, ever, already, so far, up to now, till this moment. They all have the same meaning as so far. Recently, or you could also find the word lately. You have since, which comes with a point of time, like since 2007, that's a point of time. But for is followed by a period of time, for 4 months, for example, for 2 years. Okay, so that's a period of time. All right, now how do we ask questions in the present perfect? We simply use the rule of inversion. What's inversion? This means we start with the verb rather than the subject. In a regular sentence, normally we have a subject plus verb plus an object, but in the question form, we have the verb coming first, followed by the subject, followed by the past participle. So like here, we have James has just graduated from college. Try to apply the rule and write your answers, please. Let's turn this into a question. James is the name of a boy, of course. Yes, Emna, good. Yes, Ranin, right. Yeah, we have has, and we're talking about one person, so we need to start with has, and then I need to put my subject, which is James, and then my past participle and the rest of my sentence. has James graduated from college? Has James graduated from college? Yes, he has, or no, he has not. The contracted form of has not is hasn't. The contracted form of have not is haven't, of course. Do we keep? Yeah, we keep just. I just forgot to write it. Has James just graduated from college? It goes right before the PP. There. All right. So let's try to apply the rules we have seen. What do we have here? We need to put the bracketed verbs in the right form. My parents be married for over 30 years. Yes, my parents, plural, so I say have, and the past participle of the verb be is been. Just a quick reminder regarding the pronunciation of been. We don't say bean. This is bean, like the beans, the vegetables, or Mr. Bean, for example. But this is been. They have been. They've been married for over 30 years. I still don't have an answer. I not make up my mind yet. We have our time marker there, yet, and here it's 4. Yes, I have not, or I haven't. Make becomes made, and up remains up. So I have not, or I haven't made up my mind yet. He worked for Google since he came to the States. Yes, he has worked for Google since he came to the States. This means the United States. Akeem be to Vancouver 3 times. Yes, good. He has been to Vancouver. We be best friends for decades. We never have a serious fight. Yes, Thea, Ayub, Ranim, Emna. Yes, we have been best friends for decades, and we have never had. So remember that the adverb of time comes between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. The children just leave. Right, Emna. Yes, Ayub. Yes, Umayma. Yes, Ranim. Just remember, leave is an irregular verb. So the children have. And don't forget the word just, أميمة. The children have just. The past participle of leave is? Yes, left. I already text Carol, but she not yet reply. Yes, أميمة. أيوب. أمنة. رنيم. Yes. Good. The others, write in the comments, participate as well. Yes, yeah. So I have or I've already texted Carol, but she has, yes, has not or hasn't and we have reply. It's a verb that ends in Y. So before adding ed, we need to turn the Y into an I. She hasn't replied yet. Okay. Then I already do my homework. I've already, and what did we say? We said have or has plus past participle, not simple past. And I highlighted this earlier. Don't forget, do does not become did in the past participle. It's did only in the simple past, but in the past participle, it's yes, done. So I have already done my homework. Susie ever taste sushi? And that's the question. Good. Yes, Ranim. Yeah. Yes, Emna. Good. Umayma. It's Susie, not you, Umayma, by the way. It's Susie. Yes, Ayub. So we're talking about Susie, that's a girl. So then I write has, and then I put my subject, Susie, ever, and plus past participle of the verb taste. So has Susie ever tasted sushi?